Roland SP-404 MK2. Today I got my smackers kit from my MPC loaded on my Roland SP-404 MK2. And I'm going to choose a sample. I'm going to chop it up. And today I'm going to show you the quick way of getting to a beat. All right. What's going on, guys? It's your brother O.T.G. The O.T.G's for Overtime Grind. Hardly seen, but I'm always around. And today I got my Roland SP-404 MK2, and I got my smackers kit, just a basic drum kit loaded on my bottom 8 pads. And what I'm going to do is load a sample and chop it down into my top 8 pads. I also have a new button combination that I found to go on the SP-404 cheat sheet. You know, we got over 30 button combinations for the SP, and I'm not talking about the ones on the front, you know, shift and pad 14. No, we're not doing that. Like, I just found out this one, if you hold the knob or push knob and press bus effects, you can turn on and off bus effects 3-4. I'll be adding that to the cheat sheet tonight, and it'll be updated, and the email will be sent to everybody who has the cheat sheet and or the masterclass. So if you don't have it, you can get it from down in the description. So also check out the different levels of the masterclass. There's sounds, there's all kind of things. Check out your free screensavers, free drum kit, all of the resources below. All right, guys, so now that we're here, you know, there's a couple ways that I choose to sample. The first way is that way, but the SP is a different beast, so sometimes you just want to get to it quickly. So what I'm going to do is do what I did, mark it to set 8 marks across the whole sample. I'm going to add it to my top 8 pads. I'm just going to press enter, and then I'm going to have my samples there. Now, one of the things that I really am starting to like, so if I was on the MPC and I chopped a sample right now, it would go into a mode where everything's already kind of split into a mute group. On the SP, when you chop it, everything goes into a no on or off or a gate mode. So I like playing around with the gate mode. I've said this before, I'll say it again. I like playing around with the gate mode first on my samples before I start going in and actually moving around and seeing if I like something else, because the cool thing about gate mode is if you have your pad velocity all the way up, then what it does is give you a specific timing of the sample, and it might not be something that you could chop, or you may not chop it that fine, but you might play it at a weird time or hold the pad at a weird time. So I'll show you exactly what I mean. I'm going to turn my strength all the way up. I'm going to go straight into it this way, and we're going to add the clap this way instead of doing it with the step sequencer or TR rec mode. I'm going to do it all at 2 bars just to start, and then yeah, I want to add that clap in a weird spot. Now we're going to go to TR rec. And now that we're in TR rec mode, what we're going to do is add our hi-hats. First, we're going to move that clap to another space, an identical space. So after 1 bar, it does that little clap thing. And then now we're going to add our hi-hats on every step, but on our 4th step, I think I want to add a ratchet. I want it to sound pretty dope. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. Make sure you check out the masterclass. Make sure you check out the SP-404 MK2 cheat sheet. If you're skinny, you don't got no sounds on your SP, I give a lot of sounds for a little money. Make sure you check those out. All right, now back to the video at hand. All right, so now we're playing around with our sample, and we're just going to try some basic combinations. You know, the goal with this beat is how to get to a beat quickly. So people ask me a lot about why do I make these kind of beats. I believe I've been producer for 20 years and I make a lot of music and I've worked with a lot of producers. You know, I might sell some chops, I might sell some samples, I might sell a lot of different things. I also work with a lot of artists here in Philadelphia. So my style of production, most of the beats I make are used one way or another. And because I make so many beats, if I was to sit down and intentionally say I'm going to make a trap beat or this beat, I would have 10,000 of the same kind of beats. So what I like to do is just trust the vibe. I make a lot of simple beats, and then some days I might make something crazy. But throughout the day, most days I could probably make 5 to 10 beats if I really focus, or if I just sat here long enough and just live. That's what I chose to do. And a lot of that comes from the methodology of how I think about beats. You don't have to necessarily do this. A lot of you guys are making beats for different things. Like you're making beats for producers. I don't make beats for other producers. So I don't make beats so other producers can say, whoa, that's cool. So I'm not doing a bunch of glitch effects and different things of that nature. I literally make all of my beats for people to enjoy and listen to, who like hip hop or Midwest rap or down south influence type stuff or jazzy feel infused stuff, or people who want to rap, people who rap slower, people who rap a specific kind of way, and R&B singers who want to build with real instruments on top of whatever I created. So I'm never making beats for YouTube for other producers. I'm not making beats to beat battle. I'm not making beats to be in the MPC or the Roland SP community. I'm making beats that actually have a purpose because I produce music that is for creatives. You understand? And so with that, when you create something in that nature, it's always about having some kind of structure and leaving a space for the artist, leaving a space for the podcaster, leaving a space for whoever it is. You know, the voice is the #1 instrument. That's why I could talk over these beats while they're being made and they don't ever clash, because I know what I'm and who I'm making my stuff for. So my sound, my volume, my mix, all of that stuff is set to reach a certain place. For you, you may know or may not know who you're making music for, but what you can do now is implement some of these things, like hopping in here, making some basic patterns, you know, and then going out and copying it and learning how to structure a song, structuring a couple beats of different ways, trying effects and different things on your beats to see what effect you could put on the chorus, what effect you could put on a verse, things of that nature. So I'll show you what I mean. First, let's use the new feature. Hit copy. We're going to hit remain. And then we're going to copy the drum, the sample, the clap, and that's it. So we're going to hit remain, select our pad, hit copy again. Now it's there. So let's listen. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. SP-404 cheat sheet, over 30 button combinations, $2, get it in the description. Bass masterclass, $7, mid-level with some sounds, and high level. 3 different levels, 3 different prices. They will eventually start to come with different parts of the project and different things as well. All right, so now we're going to make another part. It's just going to be the kick and the sample. Now we're going to copy one more and just do the sample by itself. Put it on a pad to the side. Then the next thing we should do at some point after we audition is go into pattern chain and add it to the pattern chain, and then resample with one of our effects on the verse. So if you have a beat that's so simple, some things that you could do, old school tricks, they would apply a filter during the verse and then turn the filter off for the rest of the song. So you could just easily differentiate the two parts. So I'll show you what I mean. I've showed this on my channel and a bunch of different things. So I've showed it in Reason, I've showed it in Ableton, I show it in the MPC. This is a tactic that is used on super simple beats that can help artists understand where the verse goes and where they want to create in your beats or your music. One of the biggest things you have to remember as a producer is you can only do what you could do. So you can make your beat, you can make something. The judgment of you're not a songwriter or an actual rapper. And so I see a bunch of people trying to tell producers they should know what's hot, they should know what's not, they should know. You don't know, like this beat right now, I content ID some of my stuff, and I'm always shocked where it comes back. Sometimes it's people singing over it. Sometimes it's people in other countries singing over it. Sometimes it's people utilizing it for podcast topics that I never in a million years would have thought of. Sometimes it's in movies and shows and things that I never would have thought of. So, the idea that every time that you sit down to create, you should create this or create that makes no sense. You know what I mean? Like, you should create freely and keep creating, and then go back through your creations and see what is good, what's formatted good, and all of that. So that's my advice. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. Right now, we're going to let it play. At the chorus, I'm going to hit the isolator button. We're resampling our pattern chain to a pad right now. Get ready. It's about to come right now. Let's get it. So now you can see over this. Now this is a place where the number one instrument in my production can come in and do its thing. Right over this part of the beat. For me and this arrangement, this is to symbolize the verse. When I turn the isolator off, the isolator is now for we're back to the chorus and everything else. And I'll do it a couple times, One thing I would say for a lot of you guys who support my channel and you wonder, what do I do with all these different kind of beats? You listen to them and they sound all over the place. I would tell you to go check out my channel and listen to the beat tape that I just dropped. All of these are monetized. You can find them on your Instagram, Facebook. They're up there for Reels, up there for Shorts, up there for YouTube Creator. They're in all kinds of places. So when you hear them together, all those beats are the beats I made in tutorials. And in the description, it tells how I made them. When you hear them together, it sounds like a full album. And that's why I tell you guys to sit down and just create freely. Because once you get into a style and a sound that is your style and sound, what will happen is you will start to create a cohesive sound. And maybe for 2 months, you're just in a vibe. But if you make 27 beats in that 2 months, guess what? 12 of those things going to knot when you put them together. You understand? So here's our little trick again. Let's turn on our Bus Effects 3.4. hold our push knob and press bus effects, and we could turn it on and off. Another button combination I stumbled upon. It'll be updated. And the cheat sheet, that's it, guys. We're here with another one. SP-404 MK2 sample beats quickly. It's your brother O.T.G.